Rates of suicide are rising nationwide, but new data from the CDC offers some hope, showing fewer children and young adults are taking their lives after we saw a spike during the pandemic. Tonight, our Caroline Hecker introduces you to a West County father who is turning his pain and loss into a life-saving message.
This is Avery's last school picture in her junior year.
Memories are all Rick Cantor has to hold on to.
This happens to be one of my favorite pictures.
His daughter Avery was smart, athletic, and talented. A student at Lafayette High School, she was a two-sport varsity athlete. She had friends, a boyfriend, and a loving family. All of it, Rick says, came crashing down during her junior year of high school.
She wasn't as concerned as she was in the past about certain things, about grades, about sporting events, things that she found passion for. She had lost that passion.
That bothered him, so he kept a close eye on Avery. But he never could have imagined the conversation that would follow just a few weeks later.
The biggest thing that she said to me was, "Dad, I don't want to be here." And that was like a big flashing red light to me, that I knew exactly what she was saying. And my response to her was, let's get you some help.
Rick says it was too little, too late. A few weeks later, he drove to Lafayette to watch Avery's soccer game. To his surprise, she wasn't on the field. That's when he got the phone call no parent can prepare for.
I got a call and on the other end of the phone was a hysterical person, and then a police officer picked up the phone and it told me that Avery had taken her life.
The days, weeks, and months that followed remain a blur. But as Rick emerged from that fog, he turned his pain into action.
I think of her every day. It doesn't go away. The hole in the heart remains. But there's nothing I can do to fix the hole in the heart, but what I can do is help others in her honor.
All right, show of hands if you think it's A.
He founded the Archangels Foundation.
Any takers?
Taking his message of suicide prevention into area classrooms.
Why role model?
Using education, awareness, and compassion to tear down the stigma and get students talking.
You never know what's happening in somebody else's life, and I feel like everybody should learn about symptoms and signs of depression so they can help somebody else.
No one is exempt from mental health illness.
Quentin Townsend leads the classroom discussion, quizzing students on their knowledge of mental health.
Question 2.
And asking them to weigh in on stressors, both at school and at home.
I want them to normalize that it's okay not to be okay. We all have emotions and they should be expressed. It's just to realize when certain emotions last a little bit longer than they should, that they should go get help.
At Old North Academy in North St. Louis, social workers see high rates of anxiety and depression among their students.
Our students they struggle a lot with home life. They struggle with hearing shots a lot. So the stuff that they have to deal with, some of them are, parentified. They have to take care of younger siblings.
Wells says the impact of cyberbullying is also felt throughout the school.
We have a lot of students here who do hide how they're feeling. They tell their peers all the time that they want to die, they want to kill themselves, and then when they have to come to me, they act like it was a joke.
With comparison the thief of joy, many students say social media makes it next to impossible.
I don't think it's talked about enough because you try to hide the stress and the depression and the sadness and anger that's going on. So you try to share more happy moments.
Those happy moments soaked up into the subconscious, which can have devastating consequences.
Perfect life, everyone looks great, their bodies, their hair, their skin, whatever it may be. And subconsciously, when you see that picture after picture, post after post, it takes a toll on you.
Dr. Michael Wenzinger, a psychiatrist at Washington University, says it's a common theme among juvenile patients.
For the depressed child, oftentimes their phone becomes their number one, best, and sometimes most toxic friend.
He says while young girls tend to suffer more from feelings of hopelessness or unhappiness, boys are significantly more likely to complete suicide. He says it's too early to know if the CDC's latest findings are a coincidence or a pattern.
There is, I think, some pretty undoubted numbers that we are seeing higher rates of completed suicide and higher rates of just psychiatric illness across the board in kids. So something is definitely going on.
Recent data from 2022 reveals at least 318 people died by suicide in Franklin, St. Charles, Jefferson, and St. Louis counties combined. 14 of those deaths were children and teens, 18 and younger. Numbers from St. Louis City were not readily available, but a look at the past 5 years shows a spike in the number of recorded suicides, first in 2020 and again in 2022. The youngest victim, a preteen.
This here is our family trip to Jamaica.
10 years after Avery's death, Rick is still picking up the pieces. He may never fully know the answer to the agonizing question of why.
I haven't looked at this in 9 years.
But he decided to share part of a note Avery left behind.
I'm sorry I couldn't have been stronger or more honest about my feelings. I tried to get help, but things were spiraling so rapidly out of control that I just couldn't deal with it anymore.
Stop recording me.
Avery will forever be Rick's little girl, living through him and helping others.
And educating the students that we are going to save just one life. And saving just one life is really what it's all about.
Missouri ranks 16th in the nation for suicide deaths, with one life lost every 8 hours. If you or someone you know is struggling, call or text 988. It's a confidential suicide and crisis hotline, and remember, you're not alone. Caroline Hecker, First Alert 4.